Good morning. Welcome to Unity in Hagerstown. Let's do it. Let's get some joy in our hearts. Peaceful the season, love every moment, light shines wherever we are. Faith in the darkness, hope in the silence, joy, sweet joy in our hearts. Every day is a day to show some kindness. We're all a part of one family, so connected, our hearts and spirits. I reach out to you, you reach out to me. Peace for the season, love every moment, light shines wherever we are. Faith in the darkness, hope in the silence, joy, sweet joy in our hearts. In our hearts. Now is the time to come together, count our blessings, we are grateful. We lift our voices in one chorus, my brother, my sister, let's celebrate. Peace for all seasons, love every moment, light shines wherever we are. Faith in the darkness, hope in the silence, joy, oh joy in our hearts. Let's celebrate peace, let's celebrate love, let's celebrate light that shines, shine, shine. Let's celebrate faith, let's celebrate hope, let's celebrate joy, joy, joy in our hearts. Peace for all season, love every moment, light shines wherever we are. Faith in the darkness, hope in the silence, joy, sweet joy in our hearts. Peace for the season, love every moment, light shines wherever we are. Faith in the darkness, hope in the silence, joy, sweet joy in our hearts.
Thank you, Brent and Patty. And welcome to Unity of Hagerstown. I hope everybody had a good Christmas and now you're ready to let go what no longer serves you at our burning bowl ritual. To begin, we're going to have an opening prayer. So we believe in the power of affirmative prayer. So I invite you to join me in this sacred activity. And if you're comfortable closing your eyes, I encourage you to do so that we're not distracted by the outer world, but we can make that inner journey from our head to our hearts. And here in the quiet, we feel that connection to all that is, to our higher self, to creation. We know that wisdom within will lead us in this activity today, leading our hearts as to what needs to be released, what may be blocking our way, so that we might live the life abundant, live a juicy life, live a joyous life. So we are open and receptive to this inner guidance. And we are grateful that it is so. Amen. And now if you would join me in our mission statement. Unity of Hagerstown, a welcoming community, embraces spiritual awakening through affirmative prayer and meditation, creating a positive path for abundant living. And before we go any further, I want to make sure I say hi to everybody watching virtually. We love you. We appreciate you having this time with us. And if you're watching at home and you'd like to participate in the burning bowl ritual, I'm going to encourage you during the next song, perhaps, to find a piece of paper, maybe a candle. If you can burn something without letting the smoke alarms go off, or if you can go outside and burn it with the candle, that would be lovely. And then also a piece of stationery. If you have nice stationery, that would be beautiful. If not, just a regular piece of paper and an envelope, for that will be the second part of this ritual, and a writing implement of some sort. Okay, so Facebook people have their task right now. They're scurrying away to get whatever supplies they needed. And we will, at this time, have the reading of the daily word with Helen.
I forgot my major life lesson. Never wear hoop earrings when you're wearing a mask. Good morning. Our word for today, Sunday, December 26th, is faith. Pulling back a curtain in a dark room will drive the darkness out and flood the space with light. I remember this at those times when my life feels dark. I have the power to live from faith, which brings me out of spiritual darkness. Faith helps me believe that, even when I can't see it, the light of God is always shining. Little by little, my awareness of God grows increasingly brighter until I perceive the divine everywhere. I am a spiritual being, inseparable from God. I place my faith in this truth and drive out the darkness of fear and doubt that may have caused me to shrink from the fullness of life. Shining my light in the world, I inspire those around me to grow brighter with faith. And the scripture reading is from John chapter 12, verse 46. I have come as light into the world, so that everyone who believes in me should not remain in the darkness. And please join me with the affirmation on the screen. My inner light grows brighter through faith. Just take that in for a minute. And again, my inner light grows brighter through faith.
Thank you, Helen. What a great reading for today. And every day that would work, right? And now we have another song with Brent and Patty.
How about we stand up for this one? We're going to do some releasing and letting go. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. All right, we know it now, right? And now we're really going to sing it and feel it and just let the Spirit guide. Ready? You can clap, you can snap, you can move a little bit if you want to. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No, no, no more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free, free, free. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Well, if you weren't awake before, I think you should be now. Go ahead and sit down, folks. So I love it when there's like little serendipity things with the typos. Because I kind of like that. That's on the last line. Yes, I'm only here. I am present. I am fully here right now, this moment. And yes, I'm here for God too. But it just kind of worked out nicely, I think. So before we get started, I want to make sure everybody present has everything that they need: a book upon which to write, a writing instrument, a small piece of tracing paper, an envelope. Wait a second, this is show and tell. I'll do my Vanna. An envelope. And a larger piece of paper. And if you have one this size, it actually folds up to become a card. And the other ones are just stationary size, I think. Whoops, that's not folded right, but it's just going to me. It's okay. So if you don't have what you need, please run out into the lobby now and get that so that you'll be ready to partake. Okay. I'll give a minute. I don't want Andrew to miss this joke. While I was telling the joke. Yes, everybody leave now. It's a good one. So I'll just kind of go through the format of this service. I'm going to talk just a little bit, and then we will move in. We'll have a chant, and we'll chant until we feel complete, whenever that is. And then we'll move into just a little bit of a guided meditation, followed by about 10 minutes of silence. You'll have the instructions beforehand to go into your heart to see what needs to be released. Don't worry, I'm going to repeat that repeatedly, for the next, 10 minutes or so. And then after that, you can take that small piece of paper, and you notice it is small, so you have to be succinct. I wouldn't say, write it so that you understand what you're releasing. No one else is going to read this, and then you're welcome to go outside and burn it in the burning bowl. And then when you come back, move back into that centered space and really kind of, without overthinking it, write a letter from your highest and best self to your present self, and address the envelope to yourself and place it in the basket on the right next to the doors there. And then sometime throughout the year, it'll be mailed to you right at the perfect time so that you don't know what's going to, what usually happens with me, I forget all about it. And then, yay, I have this wonderful reminder of who I am. So, okay, joke time. So Olson was an immigrant from Norway, and he was the janitor in a Lutheran church in Minnesota. And a new minister arrived, and he wanted all the staff, all the employees to be able to read and write in order for them to take messages if they answered the phone or if somebody came in. Pretty reasonable, right? But Olson did not know how to read or write. He had never learned. And so he was begging to keep his job, but the minister was adamant. You know how ministers are. That wasn't the joke, okay? and he fired Olson as the janitor. Well, Olson was bitterly disappointed at first, but he decided that he would move to Seattle. So he hitchhiked to Seattle because he didn't have a lot of money, and he got a job in a fish cannery. And it wouldn't matter there if he couldn't read or write, so he felt comfortable with that. And after a time, he let go of the blaming and the disappointment and of the being fired, and he grew to really enjoy his new work. He later on worked on a fishing boat and saved up enough money where he could buy his own boat. And as time went on, Olson's natural thrift and good business sense earned him more than one boat. And pretty soon he had the opportunity to purchase a fleet of fishing boats. And so he went to the bank and he applied for a loan. And the finance manager there, after reviewing Olson's assets and his financial history, agreed to give him the loan for this fleet. And he drew up the papers and he said, Olson, you want to read this and sign? And Olson goes, I don't know how to read. I've never learned to read or write. And the bank finance manager said, well, Olson, just imagine what would have happened if you had learned how to read and write. Where do you think you'd be? And Olson said, I'd be a janitor back in a Lutheran church in Minnesota. Right? Okay. So Olson, the point with this is that Olson was able to let go of that disappointment. He was able to let go of all the shame that he might have felt in being fired or the blame that he felt in the new minister coming in with these rules. He was able to release all of that and live in the present. And today we are invited to let go of anything that might be holding us back. Along our spiritual journey, we may adopt new attitudes, new beliefs, but what happens to the old programming? It's still there in our subconscious. It's still there. So in those words, those beliefs, those actions that no longer serve us, but perhaps we're still doing and living out of habit, we are invited to let go of them now in order to make room for the life that is calling us. Now, we can do this in a couple different ways. We can let go and release emotionally, like Olson did, through letting go of the disappointment and the blame and the shame and the old attitudes. And we can let go on a spiritual level through forgiveness. Through forgiveness. Now, in unity, forgiveness is looked at as a very high principle. It's not just, I forgive you, but it's, I see the light in you. I see you as God made you. And I know on a spiritual level, we are one. I forgive you means to let go of the old belief I had about you to see you new, to see you as the spiritual being that you are. There may be something in our physical world that we'd like to let go of. Maybe we've accumulated a little bit too much junk or too much weight. I don't know. But I would encourage you to examine the underlying thought that brought about the condition. because it's the thought within that affects our outer, right? So instead of just saying, I'm going to release all of these, books I've collected over the years. Why is it that I felt like I needed to have all these books or CDs or statues or, whatever it is? Think of the underlying thought and release that, whether it's a feeling of not having enough or not being enough. Sometimes those beliefs become so ingrained that it's more than a habit, it's really an addiction. We may have tried to change a behavior before with little or no success, but it's time today to remember it is not I that's doing the work. It is the Father within. It is God working through me in doing this. It's not our personality. It's not even our willpower. Studies have shown that personal willpower is very ineffective in making any change. And you can, might be able to relate if you ever made a New Year's Eve or New Year's resolution that fell by the wayside after a week or two, right? Or is that me? Okay. I will own that one. In fact, one article I read recently said that relying on our personal willpower is a recipe for failure. So we have to move the personality aside in order for that higher self to come shining through. In a specific situation, we are probably all capable of calling up enough willpower to repeat a bad habit that we've let go. But relying on willpower alone to accomplish a goal is like relying on an emergency brake in a car to get you somewhere. It doesn't propel you forward. It may help you avoid some things, but if you want to arrive at your goal, that emergency brake that is our willpower is more likely going to cause you to crash. So it's through the strength and power of spirit within that enables us to make changes, to shift our thoughts. The energy we need to release anything is in direct proportion with our willingness to surrender. And I'm going to say that again because this is important. The energy that is needed to release anything is in direct proportion with our willingness to surrender. Not to surrender to a God out there in the sky somewhere, but to surrender that personality to our higher self, to God working through us as us. Allowing that higher self to guide us. So that's why we follow the burning, the releasing, with a letter to fill in that void that release has caused. The burning bowl ritual is symbolic as a way of cleansing our lives, purifying our thoughts even, moving past the mistakes and regrets of the past, moving past old wounds or unfulfilled expectations, moving past from anything that holds us back. The fire in the burning bowl is symbolic of transformation as it takes a piece of paper and changes it. It is able to change our thoughts too. If we stand there as that paper is burning and say, I release you, you no longer have power over me. Release it, let it go. And then know through that faith within that it is so. You are powerful beyond measure. Charles Fillmore, the co-founder of Unity, tells us the fire of spirit never ceases its life-giving, purifying glow. So we're going to take that fire outside to symbolize the fire within us as well as we let go of those limiting thoughts. It takes a lot of energy to hide our mistakes, to hide our fears. It takes a lot of energy. But now is the time to take that energy and choose to use it in a conscious and life-embracing way, to turn your thoughts away from what's holding you back to that inner glory within, the truth of your being. So after you've burned that paper and you've released it physically and mentally and with your whole heart, come back in and write that letter to yourself from your higher self. Write in an easy, unforced kind of way. Don't overthink this part, but allow Spirit to work through you. I think that's it. Just let the words come to you. You may want to begin with, I am free from whatever it is that you just released. Or, what does my deepest, greatest wisdom want to communicate with me today? What do I need to know? What does my heart need to know? So at the very core of this ritual is allowing our hearts to tell us what it is we need to release and what it is we need to know. So as I said, we'll be starting with a chant. And then we'll move into a little bit, it's like 10 minutes of meditation. And it'll be slightly guided, not slightly guided. How can you slightly guide something? Rephrase that. A short guided portion to the meditation. And then you are just to follow your heart in writing down what you need to release, taking it back through all the doors. We're outside with the burning bowl, and letting it go. And I think I'm going to grab tongs so that we don't get too close to the fire too. And then coming back and writing that letter to yourself, addressing and sealing the envelope and putting it in the basket on the right next to the double doors there, going to the right inside this sanctuary. So let's begin with a song, with this chant.
So I just want to say that the repetitiveness of the chant is, there's a reason for it. And when you feel kind of distracted or you're like, how long is this going to go on? Just focus on your heart space and allow yourself to just open up to the sounds and the words. Let go and let God. 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 Let go and let God.
And as we sit quietly, restfully, notice if there are any places in your body in which tension is being held, and intentionally breathe into that area, releasing all stress, calming the thoughts, quieting the heart. We move into a period of silence now, open and receptive to that which is calling out to be healed in our lives, to be released. Open and receptive to moving beyond the hurts, the resentments, to declaring our freedom in spirit, letting go of any judgments, of past mistakes, of other people, of ourselves, letting go of any control, and allowing our heart to lead here and now, in the silence, in the silence. the silence. And as we finish writing our love letter, I'm going to invite Brett and Patty to sing.
I am willing to open my heart. I am willing. Change I wish to see, and I know that it's all love. I am willing to listen to that still small voice in me. I am willing to open my mind. I am willing to be the change I wish to see. And I know that it's all good. I am willing to listen to that still small voice in me. I am willing to open my life. I am willing to be the change I wish to see. And I know I can trust. I am willing to listen to that still small voice in me. I am willing to listen to that still small voice in me.
Thank you, Brett and Patty. And if you're still working on your letter, I don't want you to worry about a thing. Just take it home with you and bring it back next week and we'll mail it. Okay? We all This is not, I don't want you to rush through it, in other words. And for those who are watching virtually, if you are not comfortable in coming in person or you're not local, then this will work too. Hide it somewhere, and you'll come across it at just the right and perfect time. Okay. So I'm going to invite us to join together in prayer. Together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. Thank you, Father, Mother, God, for the abundance in my life. And we'll have Brett and Patty come back up.
Got another chant. This one's a little more lively. So I'm thinking maybe we just stand up and claim our free and unlimitedness. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited right now. Let's keep going. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited right now. We're going to bring it home with this one. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited right now.
I would ask that we say
I am free.
You are free. We have to
Okay,
see
let's
each
do that.
other free.
Here we go. And then we'll do we. Wait a minute, I messed up there. Here we go. You are free, you are unlimited. There are no chains that bind you. You are free and unlimited right now, right now. You are free, you are unlimited. There are no chains that bind you. You are free, you are unlimited right now. How about we? We are free, we are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free, we are unlimited right now, right now. We are free, we are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free, we are unlimited right now. We are free, we are unlimited right now. One more time. We are free, we are unlimited right now.
Yes, thank you. Please be seated. We are free. We are unlimited. Do you believe that? Yes. Yes. If not, let's keep working on it. Okay, I want to go through some announcements very, very quickly. Next week is another ritual, a beautiful one that I love personally as much as this burning bowl. It's the white stone ceremony. Starting the new year off with a new attitude, new belief, new power. That's what that white stone ceremony is all about. And then on the 9th, we'll have a vision board we'll make vision boards after the service. Lunch will be provided. There's a big spacious hall which we can spread out, and there will be a suggested love offering of $10. 10? Okay, $10. But that's just a suggestion. You can come and put in 5, or you can put in 50. It's all good. So, and then, our Soul Awakening group. We're going to look at the book by James O'Day, Soul Awakening Practice. And we'll be meeting on Zoom beginning the 11th at 7 p.m. And I thought for those who can't make that, we'll open up a private Facebook group for discussion on that topic too. The book is fabulous. It is a contemplative book. It is not to be read in one sitting. In fact, I read like 2 paragraphs a day. And just think about those and journal those. And I thought, wouldn't it be fun to come together and share our thoughts about what we're reading, what we're experiencing throughout the practice. So I invite you to get the book. I'm sure it's available on Amazon or your local, I don't know if it's at your local bookstore or not, actually. Yeah. So, and go ahead and start reading it and start the practice too. It's a 6-line chant that you say 4 times, and I found it to be quite beautiful. And that is it. And then I just want to say goodbye, and we love you to our Facebook friends. Make sure you put something in the comment section, or if you're watching this on YouTube later on in the week, make a comment so that we know that you're there, so that we can respond. Thank you, my friends.